Step into the forgotten past with the Old World channel. Like and subscribe to help us keep history alive.
Cheyenne Indians held prisoners in county jail in Dodge City in 1878. Captured as they were trying to return to the Black Hills from a reservation in Oklahoma. 1913. U.S. Deputy Marshals pose with the clerical force. Perry, Oklahoma, 1893. Bob Younger was part of the infamous Younger Brothers gang that terrorized the Midwest. Along with his brothers Cole and Jim, Bob Younger committed a string of daring robberies. John Ellis was accused of stealing horses in September 1866. Mary Shannon was sentenced to 2 years in the Nebraska State Prison for mayhem in May 1925. Emmett Dalton was known as a one-time gunslinger and the youngest brother of the Dalton Gang, which robbed trains and banks in the late 1800s. In March 1931, Jake Voland sneaked into the Stubblefield chicken house to snag some poultry. He was arrested after a homemade alarm system set up by the owners alerted them to his trespassing. Juanita McCamey, 20, was arrested in San Diego and charged with criminal conspiracy after participating in a public labor protest in 1912. Goldie Williams, alias Mag Murphy, was arrested in Nebraska for vagrancy on January 29, 1898. In her photograph, Williams appears defiant upon her arrest. Maddie Brown was sent to the Nebraska State Prison on September 25, 1917, for pickpocketing. She spent a year in prison. Crossing Gila River in buckboard wagons near San Carlos, Arizona, 1885. A rider fills his keg from a desert well 30 miles north of Palomas, Arizona. His horse refreshes himself nearby. 1907. Band of Apache Indian prisoners at rest stop beside Southern Pacific Railway, near Nueces River, Texas, 1886. Two common methods of hauling water in Old Mexico and the southwestern United States. Texas, 1905. Men gamble over a game of faro inside a saloon. Bisbee, Arizona, 1900. A new settler at the site of a new town looks for a lot. Guthrie, Oklahoma, 1889. First blacksmith shop in Guthrie, Oklahoma, 1889. Land in a new territory is auctioned off in this tent. California, 1904. First house on the present site of Dodge City, Kansas. Built sometime in August 1872. An Arizona poker party at John Doyle's Ranch. Arizona, 1887 to 1889. Inside a bar at the Table Bluff Hotel and Saloon, Humboldt County, California, 1889. Starting a new town, Anadarko town site, August 8, 1901. Auction in progress in lumber company booth. Temporary bank buildings and the beginnings of a lodging house nearby. Men laid down track for a new railroad connecting the wild frontier with the world. Arizona, 1898. Photograph of a family with their covered wagon during the Great Western Migration. Loup Valley, Nebraska, 1886. Discovery party and horses on hot, slick rocks of Navajo Mountain on their way to Rainbow Bridge, Utah, 1909. Gros Ventre Camp, Fort Belknap Reservation. A dog is being roasted over the cooking pot at Fort Belknap Reservation, Montana in 1906. 11-year-old Jimmy McKinn was abducted in early September 1885 by Geronimo. When the Indians were briefly captured in March 1886, Jimmy bitterly resisted being returned to his family, wanting to stay among the Apache. He was photographed among the Indians before Geronimo's surrender to General Crook. Roundup on the Sherman Ranch, Genesee, Kansas. Cowboy with lasso ready looks beyond the herd on the open range to his fellow cowpunchers waiting on the horizon, 1902. Cowboys branding calves. Montana. Buffalo Hide Yard in Dodge City, Kansas in 1878. It shows 40,000 buffalo hides. Buckboard and coaches zigzagging down the W. Pikes Peak Carriage Road, Colorado, 1911. Outlaw John Sontag was shot to death on September 14, 1904. He was not yet dead when this picture was taken. Camp of the Miners of the North Star and Mountaineer Lodes. San Juan County, Colorado, 1875. A gold rush town in Deadwood, Dakota, 1876. A family outside their home, New Mexico, 1895. Note the Native American servant holds their child. Saloons and disreputable places of Hazen, Nevada, 1905. The Klondike Dance Hall and Saloon, Seattle, Washington, 1909. Street view in a typical American frontier town, Corinne, Utah, 1869. A cow carries 7 children to school as claimed in the original caption. Okanagan, Washington, 1907. A teacher and her students stand in front of a sod schoolhouse. Woods County, Oklahoma, 1895. First Waterworks of Perry, Oklahoma, 1893. Correspondent Fred W. Loring and his mule. He was killed by Apaches 2 days after this picture was taken. Arizona, 1871. A Pony Express rider, 1861. Trappers and hunters in the Four Peaks country in Browns Basin, Arizona. 2 Crabtree boys, their father, and the dogs and burros which they hunt with. Their cabin is located on Long Creek at the entrance of Hell's Hip Pocket in Browns Basin between Four Peaks and Salt River. Mine workers coming out of the mine shaft. Virginia City, Nevada, 1867 to 1888. A fishing camp set up by some Chinese settlers of the American frontier. Point San Pedro, California, 1889. Shoshone tribe members dance on a Native American reservation. Footwashiki, Wyoming, 1892. Apaches deliver hay to American settlers, Arizona, 1893. Class in blacksmithing, Forest Grove School, Oregon, 1882. Judge Roy Bean's notary office, which served as a saloon as well. Langtry, Texas, 1900.